I gave them up. Of COVID mainly. It went a little slow.
We are going to discuss about the creator, the history of the design, and the road to 10K. How about thou?
I'm fine, thank you very much, and thank you very much for the invitation and being here with you.
Who is Dario?
It's me. I'm 49, almost 50 years old, from Milan, originally Italian. Moved up quite a bit through the years. Used to live in Australia, and then I moved to Spain, where I actually reside with my family. I'm married, got 2 kids. One loves Lego, the other one totally ignores it. I guess it's just part of life. My wife is half Filipino. She grew up in the States. We've been traveling a lot. Here we are now. I'm a chemical engineer by education. Then I moved up to other things. I manage an engineering company, but I would say I got a busy life, but I'm still young at heart. Hopefully. So I mean, I love playing. Thank you. I love playing. I'm still connected to my, I don't know, inner child, whatever you want to call it. I love playing, Lego, collecting stuff, music. I play guitar, I build guitars, my free time. I don't have much, but it's true that with COVID, everybody had to stay a little more put and inside their houses, I guess. So I had a little more extra time, to tell the truth. And I managed to come out with Lego minerals is one of those.
With your career, does it involve minerals at your career now, your job?
Yeah, well, we do cement plant. We are involved with, I got a couple of friends who say the less sexy minerals on earth. I mean, common rock is limestone. It's not sexy at all. And that's my involvement job-wise or professionally-wise.
Is that the reason why you love minerals?
No. Work has nothing to do with that. It's the truth. I fell in love, I would say, with minerals when I was a kid. And that's why I think that I wanted to kind of try and replicate somehow or make available to more kids this thing that I had. By then, the story goes that my granddad used to bring me to this museum in Milan. And they kind of hosted maybe a couple of times a year, a small market, in reality, small exhibition. And they were selling small stuff, small minerals. And I still have the first 2 things that my granddad ever gifted me. They're here, if you want to see them.
Wow.
It's a small geode, you know.
But,
and
okay.
very simple in truth. But it has been my first thing. This one.
What kind of mineral was the last one, the first one?
This is an amethyst geode, and this is a quartz. And these are actually the first 2 things that my granddad gave. And that's how the passion started. I never really got into collecting. I cannot call myself a collector. We have quite a lot of stuff in Milan at my dad's house, minerals and fossils. My dad loves fossils.
Do you own fossils as well?
Yeah, but I'm not a serious collector. But yes, I love the aesthetic of these things. I mean, I believe that few people, even if you are not into geology or mineralogy, and if you walk along whatever museum in the world and they have some fine specimen of minerals, they're awesome, they're amazing. I mean, they're incredible. Colors, everything, the shape, being natural stuff, grew through literally hundreds of thousands of years. It's something that always fascinated me. I used to go to this museum in Milan. The exhibition is called the Museum of Science and Technology in Milan. Museo della Scienza e della Tecnica is still there. They got a lot of Leonardo da Vinci stuff. The other one that has a beautiful mineral collection is the Museum of Natural History in Milan. That's the museum where literally I started looking at the mineral. When we used to go on Sundays with my granddad to the science museum, I would be 10, 12, something like that. It was back in the mid-80s. When I'm back to Italy, I still pay a visit to the Museum of Natural Sciences in Milan. I love it. I bring my kids, my wife. They're very happy.
Are they also interested in minerals?
No, I mean, they kind of get bored, to be honest. So that's why I'm saying, oh, Dad, we're going once again. I said, yeah, but there's more stuff. There are dinosaurs, fossils, and so that's what they love.
Can you still remember your first Lego set?
It was classic space. Some people, they do know set numbers. Moon platform, probably 32 times 32, or I wouldn't know, but it was the base plate with a moon stamp, the small spaceship, blue and yellow. That's the first one. Most or many, I stopped entirely playing with Lego until 15 years ago, maybe. My mom, for Christmas, just out of the blue, gave me this Winter Village. It was the first one. It's the toy shop, I guess, of the Winter Village collection. I thought it was beautiful, and I did it with my kids and my wife and family. And I was a very, I said, wow, techniques and the pieces, the bricks evolved a lot. It's a beautiful build. I started saying, well, I want to build another one, and then another one. I have a huge collection now. I mean, I bought a lot of Lego stuff in the last year.
Do you still have the first Lego set?
No.
That given to you?
I don't. I just have a piece. I have the screen shield.
Who gave it to you again, if you don't mind?
Santa Claus, because it was for Christmas.
How old were you when you were given the plastic space by
That
Santa Claus?
I was very little, maybe 6 or so.
So you had your first set when you were 6, and then like 15 years ago, you had your comeback with Lego with the Winter Village.
Yeah, the end of the Dark Ages, how they call it. I was 35 or so.
Let's go to the history of your Lego Ideas project. So what is your project?
It's called Lego Minerals. It is a small collection, to me very representative or very beautiful. A specimen, even very famous one. Some just mimic or try to replicate some very famous specimen. I started out with 5 pieces. The collection grew 9 or 10 now, kind of still putting them on the platform. If we make it to 10,000, Lego decides that it's worth becoming a set, then they could possibly choose between the models. I don't expect 10 or even maybe 5 minerals. Maybe it's just 3 or 4. But they could pick them according to, pieces of brick availability, techniques, hooks, whatever. So they have kind of a choice.
Right now, how many minerals or Lego minerals do you have in Lego Ideas?
I guess it's 9 at the moment. There are some which I did not even put on the platform because they're big and complex builds. They're doing quite big stuff lately also. Home Alone, for example, is a huge set, or Treehouse is a huge set. But I wanted to stay smaller. I don't know by heart because I did so many that I guess there are 9, but I'm not so sure, to be honest.
Do you know how many pieces all in all?
When we started with 5, I guess it was around 3,000 bricks. I love building small. I love micro builds. I use a lot of small bricks. This is me. It's what I love. Well, I have the flowers there. I also have my Disneyland castle, and it's micro scale, mini modulars. There are many pieces, but the small ones.
What's your favorite mineral in general?
Would be rhodochrosite. Just for the profanes, is basically a beautiful red cube, crystal form from some very famous mines in the US, which I try to replicate, in particular Sweet Home. That's the name of the mine. They have needle quartzes, and the spikes that you see, those are extremely expensive. Very few people could afford one of those. So I also thought, why not make available these things in form of a toy, plastic toy?
Do you believe in the metaphysical property? For example, the quartz that you own, does it really emit that positive?
To be honest, I'm an engineer. Getting older gives you more open-mindedness. I totally respect if somebody believes in the properties. I'm not here to say that they're wrong or anything. No, it's not my case.
Do you think the Lego minerals will have the same metaphysical properties?
I was asked this question, but as I don't believe in the metaphysical properties of the real ones, even less so by the plastic copies. Basically, we have quartz, pyrite, rhodochrosite, aquamarine, tourmalines. There's also one which resembles the Italian flag, which is red, white, and green. This is called Elbaite, discovered in the Isle of Elba, which is in front of Tuscany in Italy.
Lego minerals that you created has a story.
I tried to replicate the minerals which I believe are very beautiful or very mineral. Even for people who are not into minerals, the pyrite, well, I have the model here. This is absolute premiere. Nobody saw this. Actually,
Thank you.
So this is buildable. It's so very typical. Everybody has a fool's gold. I think it's quite easy for people to connect quartz. I have one here for you. That's also new. This is an amethyst quartz. I don't have all the pieces I would need, but it's still quite good. The build here is interesting. I can open it up for you. Well, I use this technique. I have the 2x1 with a hole. On top, I have a modified brick studs on all sides. Basically, rotating them, you manage to have the exact opposite faces, allow a perfect hexagon. And here is the 1x1 modified. And the rest side is just trans. And if you put it purple like this, you could have an amethyst. Also have a yellow one, and that would be a citrine quartz. That's the one I depicted in on ideas. But I wanted to give you this first view of the minerals.
Thank you. Are those the only two you own, or do you have a lot of them?
No. I still have quite a few more in Italy, but they're still very, very small, minor things. These two, I always bring them to me. I mean, when I move, a very important memory for me wherever I go.
When did you submit your Lego ideas, Lego minerals?
September 2020, so 1 year and a half ago.
You ever close of giving up or not submitting it?
No, in the sense that, well, I did it for me. I like doing virtual builds. I really love it because you have infinite bricks. So I wanted to do it, a micro build. I love minerals. I didn't find anything. And so I said, why not put it on ideas? But it wasn't conceived as something for ideas. It's for just to join my two passions.
Was there any obstacles that you have experienced while you're submitting it or while in the process of getting supporters?
Submitting, not really. It's not an IP or anything. This is my own idea. It's based on minerals. It got accepted immediately. Well, it was really well received. It went very fast for the first few months. I really have to thank a lot of people in the mineral world community. They really helped me a lot. I did not even know them, but they loved the project. They contacted me. They said, it's a great idea to introduce mineral to kids and to make more popular earth sciences. It was a little bit my idea, maybe to allow kids to know these things and maybe plant the seed. Everybody loves Lego. So I thought it was the very good way to reach to kids and adults, because many adults love Lego like me.
Yeah, me too.
And like you. By the way, congratulations. You did great. So
thank you.
Well, I actually supported your idea. So yeah, sure.
Oh,
and it went a little slow last summer. You know how ideas work.
Exactly.
When you are new and fresh and get a lot of visibility, you stay in the first page and you get a lot of. Then when you go out of the page, it's more difficult to promote and to be seen. I have to thank a lot of people in the mineral world and Lego world by posting here and there, Facebook, Instagram. And we did a lot of work. Famous photographer also of minerals. They kind of copied, with their permission, of course, their photos, some of their specimens, some of their pictures. Picked up again slowly. It never really died. It was moving slowly until September, October this year, when I started again posting new minerals. By Christmas, we were around 7,000 or so. I never gave up. We kept promoting it. Finally, I'm very happy. I'm very glad I was staff picked. What it means, it's a kind of the highest possible
you'll be
reward.
Promoted everywhere.
And it really jumped. I was already close to 8,500 or so, 8,600.
What is the most difficult part of the build?
There's a lot of technique, quite advanced technique involved, like the one you just saw. There's all the rotation. The most complex is probably the geode. It splits open.
But it's actually really good.
No, I'm very happy with that one. We have two things combined. It's a sphere. It's empty. It's totally knots because you have to have all the crystals inside. This is very new. I just posted it. So I'm very, very happy with it. This is absolutely new. This would be a black tourmaline. These are, of course, radiator grills. The good part of here is that you can actually position and you can also mount it on a ball joint. Wow. And so you can have the crystal, how they tend to display it, is just standing. This is also quite complex because bolts knots. So I had to quite inventive on this one. The good thing is that quite a few specimens can be built today with real bricks.
Mhm.
Lego wouldn't have to produce new bricks, which I think for ideas is important. The rotocross site can also be built entirely today. Rest are all digital. I have these three that I showed you, plus I have the rotocross site, but that one is now in the exhibition in the museum in Athens. The minerals are supported by the Museum of Athens. Thank you, guys. They want to introduce them as an educational program. The citrine quartz and the rhodochrosite site are there. I'm gonna send this that you just saw to the museum as well.
Was it difficult to send it there?
Oh, I mean, I guess I sent them with DHL and it took less than a week from Madrid to Athens. The name is super long. It is basically the National Museum of Geology of Greece. They're just opening the new location and they're going to have the minerals there. I'm very happy to have met these guys. They're great. They believe in the project, so they did a lot of promotion as well. And they believe in the educational and play features or potential of the thing.
How did they manage to discover you, by the way?
It's, I mean, it's a little awkward to say, but Lego Minerals became quite famous among the mineral community. I mean, I didn't expect it. Not everybody loves them because there are people who believe that minerals are minerals and we should not mess around. And it's not plastic, it's not a toy, it's not Lego. The vast majority love it, just like what a phenomenon in the world of minerals. So many people contacted me, and these guys from Athens, from Greece, they told me we would like to collaborate and support your project.
You were saying that it's currently in Greece.
In the museum, it's an honor for me. It's very nice that they chose to have the minerals there. It's a toy, but it's got educational value.
Is it the first time for that museum to have a Lego mineral?
Well, I believe so. Not that I'm aware that anybody ever made other minerals with Lego, and I don't know if they have some other Lego set or build.
Have you displayed it elsewhere?
No, not for the moment. I've been asked to participate to a couple of mineral exhibitions because of COVID mainly. Then they were all postponed or canceled.
It's so phenomenal. Imagine from Spain all the way to Greece. Wow.
And it's in a museum at the end of the day. I mean, you know,
Yes.
I'm very happy. I'm flattered, to be honest.
How many minutes or hours does one person have to build Lego mineral?
It's not a big build. It's quite a few pieces being small pieces. Techniques are quite advanced, assuming that you don't build all in a row. A few days build, meaning if you dedicate a couple of hours per day, it could be 2, 3, 4 days. You could enjoy doing maybe one mineral per day. Of course, if you have more specimen, is my dream. Imagine if Lego, instead of just doing the 3 maybe minerals or 5, they would do 3 once a year. They released one extra mineral. Not because of idea or the money involved. That's really not the spirit of me being here or building minerals. That's passion. From a Lego enthusiast and mineral enthusiast as I am, and somebody who likes collecting stuff, if they put on one more rock per year, I would buy them all forever. This is the mineral from 2024. Whoa, it's a dream. The dreaming is for free.
Was there any other support from a local media?
The biggest support I got was from the mineral community and the Lego community. I thanked them so many times before. I have to thank the people at MinDat, the biggest mineral database. I got very good friends there who really pushed for the project, and many other people. It's got a wide reach. I hit the 10,000. Well, I'm gonna post a very long list of names of people who really helped me.
Was there anything, for whatever reason, you just were not able to include that you tried and did not work in your build?
Yeah, I went for some other minerals which are more rounded in nature, in the crystal form. They didn't look nice to me, so I gave them up. I'm a perfectionist. So maybe Lego master builders be able, of course, but me, I'm not. It's not my profession.
Anytime now, you'll be a 10K club member.
Thank you very much.
You're very close.
Thank you very much. It's true that it's going faster now. The most supported page. It's true that being there helps a lot with visibility.
Once it has been approved and official, is there any particular piece in that set that you're hoping that they'll include in the official set?
I would love to see the geode. It's almost feasible. The only thing that you would have to replace the outside of the rock, which could be black or tan. I did both. Those pieces are available. The inside, the inner crystals are also available in purple. And some of the clear trans pieces are available, but not all of them. You could have a mix of those ones, maybe light gray or white. I think it would still be very beautiful. If they added a few more transparent bricks, I would love it. I would love to see it. There's also the blue cap, the tourmalines. They would have to have quite a few transparent bricks, which are not available at the moment. I wouldn't know. It's standard pieces with ideas. Did some recolor, and they even did all new minifig. I guess they accept recolor pieces. I would love to see the blue caps. The rest are more or less feasible. The Elbaite is also feasible. The back would probably not transparent, but the front, the grills are available in red, trans, and green. So, and that's the main pieces.
I've seen in the amethyst geode that the purple is emitting some light.
I've been asked by many. For others, it's blasphemy. So to put lights inside. First, it depends on the taste of everybody. I would not put lights in my own minerals or real minerals. Of course, I would put lights in my Hogwarts castle, but it's feasible. There's space for both LED or another solution. If you have a LED base, it's something to try to do with the studio. It allows you to choose light emitting bricks, luminous bricks. And so I use quite a few of those just to show how they would look like.
I'll give you 2 words and answer one. Geology or mineralogy?
Geology.
Geology or your current job?
Okay. My current job?
Mineral or Lego minerals?
Lego minerals.
Museum of Natural Sciences or Legoland?
That's a hard one. Probably Museum of Natural Sciences.
It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Maybe this month, I think you'll finish. It's very obvious. You have got a lot of supporters and your build is so beautiful. It's so dazzling and fantastic. For people who want to follow your work online, what's the best place to do that?
It's going to be Flickr. I have quite a few pictures. My Lego stuff. I build from Star Wars to Disney stuff, and I have quite a few nice mocks. For the actual Lego mineral, we have a Facebook page, Instagram page. I can follow where I put up the new videos, minerals, news, everything basically.
Or they can go to the Museum of Greece.
Oh, of course, of Greece. Exactly. That's absolutely a possibility.
And I hope to see it in our local museum here in the United Kingdom or everywhere.
That would be great. Wouldn't it be awesome? Yeah.
I think, or there should be a world tour. It should be first after Greece, and it will be moved to, let's say, UK or Spain.
That would be amazing.
From one museum to another, or one Lego store to another.
Yeah.
When your project is released, maybe we can have a chat and come back for another interview, and then we will compare about the current build from Lego
Absolutely.
official set to
hopefully so
the one you have. Because remember, the approved design is not the final design. And you are aware of that, right?
Yeah, very well aware. But I'm sure that what Lego does is going to be better than mine. Mine is an idea. I love it, but there's always room for improvement.
Final message?
Thank you, truly. It's a pleasure and an honor. You picked me out of a multitude, so thank you. And well, everybody, go vote. At the end of the day, I must ask. We are 700 votes away from 10,000. It's not that far away now. Please cast your vote. And that's it. And thank you, really, everybody who supported and helped me so far. Everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.